Hey everyone, it's Fofo Tsukiyomi back at it with another video, and this one was recommended to me a bunch of times by this guy. Thank you so much for the comment section, and if you just want to be like him and get your wishes granted on this channel, just leave a comment down below. Subscribe, keep in, and be notified when it comes out, so click the naughty bell and do all that good stuff. Anyway, let's get on to it. The Brazilian dance monster Lavinho versus the egotistical, selfish bastard Chris Prince. Now, we're going to get into the weapons and abilities first before we get into the actual feats. For Lavinho, he has his Gengar X Monster. We really talked a lot about it when he faced Loki on our video, the collab between me and Leo King. So he basically fuses his talents with dance, martial arts, and puts it in football. And also just watches other players who have dribbling experience and just merges it to his own. And it forms into a massive Gengar. And he can use this to like dance around the whole battlefield and make everyone drop as if he's the butterfly, and he's using his skills to make everyone fall asleep. It's basically a dance party in there, boy. As for Chris Prince, he is basically 100% potential. He is maxed out in every category there is. Maybe not in brain cells, but that's a different story. And his best technique known is the knuckleball, where he shoots a shot and even he doesn't know where he's going, except Metavision users, which makes me feel like his IQ isn't up there with Metavision users at the moment, or he just wasn't tryharding. But his expression shows that Isagi devoured him in that one play. Now, let's get into the actual fight. So in terms of strength, this one easily goes to Chris Prince, as he is just way stronger, and he tanked the shove from Noah, and him and Noah were basically on par the whole game. Meanwhile, anytime Lavinho tried to like pressure Noah, he easily disregarded it, and when Lavinho tried to push him, Noah just jumped over him and scored. So he gets that point easily. I'm sorry about my voice, I kind of just played soccer and I'm very drained. Speed, this one will also go to Chris Prince, as he is 100 in it, and the way he's able to move up and down the pitch. We didn't really get to see much of him in speed, but anytime someone tried to dribble past him, he always kept it up, and like nearly every play he was able to be there on defense and offense. The only play he was not able to utilize his speed was against the final play, because Noah had him man marked, but that was about it. Meanwhile, for Lavinho, he really couldn't keep up with defense. On offense, he's insanely good, but on defense, he is not that good. And he has not shown enough speed feats. And compared to 100%, yeah, I'm gonna give it this Chris Prince. Next, we got endurance. And in terms of both of them, I'm just gonna say Chris Prince again as Lavinho. We didn't really get to see. They both have only played like 3 minutes at the Star Maker. But in terms of keeping your body in 100%, and as I feel today, endurance really matters. If you don't train, you're not, no matter how good you are, you're always gonna get tired. That's how I am right now. So yeah, Chris Prince easily has a 3-0 lead right now. But when it comes to dribbling, this one easily goes to Lavinho, as Lavinho is the dribbling king himself, the best dribbler in Blue Lock. With his Gengar destructive dribbling style, he will easily sweep Chris Prince in no time. And the next one is aerial abilities, and this one is also going to go to Lavinho, because Chris Prince didn't really show any aerial abilities, and I mainly like to focus on feats rather than fraud stats. And Lavinho has shown on many occasions that he can easily just dribble, do rainbow flicks, and just party up in the air. And the fact that he's Brazilian also helps, as Brazilians are high flyers and they do all these high flying aerial moves. I feel like him and Cheeto would have been a very cool combo. And we can also compare him to Batcho, as Batcho is basically like a little version of Lavinho. So if Batcho has the aerial feats of a king, not the greatest, but you know what I mean, he would easily get there. So right now it's 3-2. Chris Prince still has the lead. Now we're gonna get into ego, and just give both these guys the points. Chris Prince, he is the most egotistical person. He will not bow down to anyone. Even in a damn press conference with Yukimiya when they were doing modeling, he didn't invite Isagi because he lost to him. He's a so egotistical loser. Meanwhile, Lavinho, even though the whole world thinks Noah is the best, he still has it in his head, and he's a baby who will always believe it, and no one can change his damn mindset. So I'm going to give this one to both of them at the same time. So right now, I think it's 4-3. Now, when we get into field IQ, this is surprisingly going to go to Lavinho. As in the Nagy versus Batshuayi video, I would have given it to Batshuayi because Batshuayi and Lavinho, even though they seem like children, they are actually really good at being very creative and understanding the field situation and when they're needed most. And he knows when the team needs to get back and knows how to instruct the team very well, as he commanded them to try and stop Noah. Even though his efforts failed, he really knows the field and the game very well. He lives and breathes football. And Chris Prince, he was dumbfounded by a lot of plays compared to Lavinho. And if you make a slight mistake against Lavinho like Isagi did, it's game over. It leads to a goal. So right now it's going to be tied 4-4. And surprisingly, Lavinho also gets composure as well. Because Lavinho, even though he is a child, he can keep himself from being angry compared to Chris Prince, who will throw tantrums over little things. Like he didn't even again photo shoot with Isagi because of his little tantrum issues and of being the best. When Bastard Munchen beat Barca, he had his composure cool. Like Lavinho was totally chill with it. He was like, that's a good goal. And Chris Prince would have just been a sore loser about it. And I feel like between the two of them, Chris Prince would be the one who would engage or fight first because of Chris Prince's anger issues. So yeah, right now it's going to be a 5-4 lead for Lavinho. Now when we get to 1v1s, this is sadly going to Chris Prince because Chris Prince is just the guy who will easily, and I mean easily, just change the game for everyone. Like, does Lavinho actually win this one? Can Chris Prince stop him actually? I feel like I feel like Chris Prince could stop him because he was able to keep up with him. I think his speed and his power will be too much for Lavinho. Like, Lavinho can out-dribble him all he wants, but I feel like it'll be like a better Kunagami versus a better Batshuayi. And even though Batshuayi did beat Kunagami, it was because Kunagami was like, you know how Kunagami be. And Chris Prince is probably a way better defender than Kunagami. And I feel like his overwhelming speed would be able to somehow suffice. Meanwhile, on the other end, I do not see Lavinho being able to stop Chris Prince by any means necessary. So I feel like it would be a tie now, 5-5. Now, the next one would be team play. And I feel like in terms of team play, this one has to go to Lavinho. I just feel like Lavinho elevates his team better than Chris Prince. Chris Prince is, they're very both selfish as they want to be the star of the game. But I just feel like Lavinho just knows how to instruct his team and make changes and just be a better person. Not saying that he's a better coach because we'll get into that for the last point. But yeah, I feel like Lavinho as a team player would just be more of a threat changing in than Chris Prince, because Chris Prince didn't really do anything against Bastard Munchen, whereas Lavinho did way more to help his team score and actually did score against Bastard Munchen. And even though Chris Prince did face a very better Bastard Munchen, he had a very strong team, as this was still a Nagy who was trying. Or I mean, Rayo and Nagy were still trying at their best because they wanted to win that game and totally crush Isagi. It was after that they kind of died. But yeah, I just feel like Lavinho just would have been better as a team player. And I feel like his chemical reactions with Batshuayi and Otoya would be better than Chris Prince's chemical reactions with anyone. Because Chris Prince didn't really have any chemical reactions throughout the game. He was just playing for himself. Meanwhile, Lavinho would probably play with Batshuayi and Otoya to their fullest assets. And the last thing I want to talk about is coach plays. And yeah, this one goes to Chris Prince. This is the closest one. So at this stage, it would be like, I think 6-6. Yo, we need another category to bump them up because right now it's tied. Yeah, Chris Prince would definitely be a better coach because his hands-on is just better than anything Lavinho's done. The bro doesn't even teach football. He just lets them figure it out himself. And yeah, it's going to be beneficial to players like Batshuayi and Otoya because Otoya really hangs in there as a shadow striker. But in terms of people like Davai, Hayate, they're not going to do anything because of their teaching style. Meanwhile, everyone in Manchester City is getting the chance to prove their presence in the feud. with Chigri being the main profiter of that. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna make up a last category, and that's gonna be who would I pick to be on my team between the two? Like, who is overall the better player in it all? If it came to me, like I was a coach and I had to choose one of them, I would probably choose I did not plan for this. I'd probably choose Chris Prince just because he is 100% in everything, and I feel like he could play any position compared to like Lavinho, who would only be able to play attack. I don't think he would work for us at defense. Even though we've only seen Chris Prince mainly play attack, I feel like with his 100% in every stats, he could probably play defense. So overall wise, I would choose Chris Prince. So Chris Prince wins this video 7-6. This is the closest matchup, and I've been in school, so I didn't really plan for this video. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a good one. Let me know what videos you want in the comment section below. Peace.